we're going to be talking about 8 simple techniques to grow your business with video marketing. As if you can't tell with my first name and last name and my accent, I'm originally from Paris, France. I went to, 35 years ago, I went to hospitality and culinary school. Makes a lot of sense for video marketing, right? And this guy was my first boss. I worked with Gordon Ramsay for a year in London. So if you don't like this presentation, you want to insult me at the end, you better bring your A game, okay? Because I've heard everything. Please don't insult me. I only like compliments. I've been in Miami and South Florida for 30 years now. And I'm here with my family, my wife and my 3 kids, and I actually have Charlie now, 14 years old, videotaping me because this is about video marketing, so obviously I record everything I do. That's what I do professionally. I speak around the world. This was a couple of weeks ago in Bucharest, Romania, where I spoke to 400 digital marketers in Bucharest, and this was absolutely fascinating to be out there, and probably one of the best digital marketing conferences I've been to in a long time. So, if you see something that blows your mind that you want to share, my handle is Dupont65, and the hashtag video marketing would be appropriate for what we're going to be talking about today. So picture this. About 5 years ago, I'm in my minivan and the clock is off by an hour because we just changed daylight saving like we're going to do tonight, by the way. And I don't know how it is in your car, but in my car you need an engineering degree to change the clock, right? You have to press 2 buttons, turn a knob. I don't know if the radio needs to be on or off, so it's really frustrating. So I get in the glove compartment and I get the manual, learn how to do it, and I get my phone and I said I'm going to record it so I remember how to do it next time we change the clock, right? That makes sense. And then I'm like, I have this video and I upload it to my personal YouTube channel, and it stays there for 6 months until we change time again, and then this time, haha, I have a video, and I go and retrieve the video, and this is what I found. Over 38,000 people have seen my video. Now, I want you to get the context, because at that time I was doing video marketing, and I had 5 videos in my channel. And one of them had 17 views, which I'm pretty convinced that 12 of those views were mine, or my wife or my kids. I forced them to see it, and I was like completely dumbfounded on how did this happen. Now, 38,000 might not be a lot for you, but at the time it was like a lot of views. Like, how did this happen? And it became a mission for me to figure out what happened with that video that I could replicate for my business to grow my business, get more clients, and get more leads. So this presentation, in essence, is really everything that I've learned, how to do right, how not to do right, and basically 8 fundamentals of video marketing, so you can really leave this meeting with actionable things that you can take and replicate some of this stuff to help you grow, okay? So, oh, by the way, this was some of the comments that I had. That's in addition to 38,000 views, I had 24 comments of people saying, you know, almost like I saved their lives. Like, I just could not believe like how nice everybody was, but it's like, you know, it really floored me. So I have since then created hundreds of videos for myself and my clients. Some have been extremely successful, and some have not been successful at all. But there's 3 things that I get with everybody when I'm dealing with video marketing with business owners. The 3 pushback that I get with video marketing. The first one is I don't have the time. Video marketing is extremely time consuming. I work 12, 14 hours a day. I don't have time for video marketing. That's fair. The second thing is I don't know how, right? So we're going to solve some of these problems here, you know, knowing how to do video marketing. And then the third one, which is my favorite, which is I don't like the way I look. Usually followed by I don't like the way I sound. Right? Anyone can relate? Raise your hand. Come on, show me. Right, so it's everybody, by the way. It's everybody. So here's the thing. There's no cure. There's none. Nobody cares what you look and sound like. And the reason why is because we know what you look and sound like. We can actually see you. It's the only issue that you have is like you think, or personally for me, I think I should sound and look like George Clooney instead of Uncle Fester. But that's what I got, right? So the cure is actually after you do 10 videos, you start caring less, and after you do 20 videos and so forth and so on. And I can tell you that after you do 100 videos, you just could not care less, right? So it's just, that's one of the things that's universal. You know, nobody likes the way they look and sound, and it's usually a big stop for a lot of people. Just know that you're not alone. It's the case for everybody, and just the cure is just get started. Do it. All right, so we're going to talk about eight fundamentals or 8 marketing fundamentals with videos. So the first one is the 3 types of videos every single one of you should be making. There are 3 types of videos that I recommend every single business owner. That's what you should be making. And the first one is the how-to video. The how-to video. Who in this room has gone in the last 30 days on Google or on YouTube to look for a how-to video? Please raise your hand. Raise your hand. I know it's everybody, so look around. That's not for me. I know the answer, right? Everybody. Who has done it in the last 7 days? Still, who is doing it today, right now? Please stop. Listen to this presentation, right? So this is one of the things that we love. We look for how-to videos. So if you're a business owner, if you want to grow yourself, well, create how-to videos. And let me introduce you to Chris Sweeney. She's actually here local with Frameworks, company that does picture framing by the thousands. And if you've stayed in a hotel in the Caribbean, on South Beach, or on a cruise ship, chances are that the frame in your room was framed by them. When you go in their shop, they have like 10,000 of the same picture frame, right? And when they were doing videos, mostly they were doing videos about the front of the house, all the pretty stuff, and you know, look how great it looks, and all this stuff that was like all the front of the house stuff. And we advised them that they should be doing something more in the lines of how do you make what you do? Like show us how it's done. So they followed that advice and they've done a video, and this is the result that they got on Facebook. They created a video how to press mount acrylic picture frame and whatnot, and this is what they got. They got 600 people that liked their page. And that video reached 5,700 people organically. There's no funds here, and was viewed by 2,500 people. That's almost 20 times the type of engagement that we're getting before with their regular post. That's a staggering number. Like for, you know, I know that sometimes we look at those numbers like, well, it's not, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not like the Chewbacca mom with 1 million views in 24 hours. The vast majority of us will never ever get that. That is a staggering number. That's going viral, according to them. The vast majority of their posts were getting 10 to 20 likes. That's 176 engagement. 176 engagement of people that liked it, that shared it, and that commented on it. That's absolutely amazing. That's case study 101. How to is what people want, and this is how you're going to get exposure in your business. Now, the second type of video that you need is the product and service video. Now, every single page of your website should have a video describing the product or service that you have. You need to explain to people. Now, there's a big reason why you should do that. Because everything being equal, your website with a landing page with a video and your competition's website without a video, guess which page they're going to stay on longer? Yours. Guess what Google likes among a lot of things? How long people stay on a page. If you put a video, if you're given a choice between 500 words or a video to watch, raise your hand if you're going to click on the video every single time. Yes. Yes, of course. 99.9%. Yeah, if you see a big block of text like this or a little video, you're going to be like, no, I don't think so. Boom, video. Right? And which means that you're at least going to stay on that page for a minute or a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And if you land on the page that just got blah, blah, blah text, you're like, yeah, okay, next, and you're gone. Right? So on your page, they'll stay 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. On your competition's page, they'll say 10 seconds. You just won the game right there with a video. Right? In addition to that, people feel more comfortable doing business with people that at least they understand the product, and they'll understand the product much better if you have a video. So that was the second video. The third type of video, and this is something that I just recently discovered, and it absolutely blew me away, because I was like, I could not believe the simplicity of it and how well it works. It was a presentation by a guy by the name of Marcus Sheridan, and he wrote a book called They Ask, You Answer. And what he actually discovered through growing his business, that a lot of people wanted to know how much things cost. How much does video marketing cost? How much does building a website cost? How much does plumbing cost? How much does an hearing aid cost? Everything that we want to know when you look for a keyword, at least half of the question that people are asking is about how much it costs. And I'm like, but of course. Doesn't it make like complete sense? Of course we want to know that. Now let me show you that, because it's just like, I'm like, wait a second, is it that simple? I'm like, yeah. So the pushback that I get every time I talk to a business owner, they say, okay, the three things they say: I don't want to give away my pricing. It depends. You know, how much does a website cost? Well, it depends. You know, is the low end, high end, and everything. And it'll link, I may lose business because I give away my pricing and people may be scared away. All these are valid, but by the way, if the pricing for your business is it depends, well, your video should probably start with it depends. This is the low end, this is the high end. Right? So I use a tool that's called SEMrush, which in my opinion is worth its price in gold. And there's particularly a feature in SEMrush called the Keyword Magic Tool. You can actually try SEMrush for 30 days for free. So just go download it, try it out. It's actually, you don't have to download it, it's a website. You just sign up for 30 days for free. And you can use the Keyword Magic Tool. But let me show you what I've done here. I put a keyword. The keyword is hearing aids. Right? We have clients that are actually in that business. So hearing aids, and it gives me all the top questions that people are asking on the internet. So you put the keyword and you say, give me all the questions that people are asking. Now, here is the deal with hearing aids. That's all the questions those are the top questions people want to know around hearing aids. That's their questions. Like, they ask, you answer. Like, if you want to know, like in terms of marketing, if you want to brand yourself, you want to know what are people concerned about? Hearing aids? There you have it. Does Medicare cover hearing aids? How much does a hearing aid cost? How much are hearing aids? Do you think it might be helpful if you're in the hearing aid business to actually have video content saying how much it costs? In a big freaking way, right? And then you could say, okay, hearing aids, old people, they want to know how much it costs, and you know, I get it, okay. Here's plumbers. 5 out of 10. Here is kitchen remodeling. 8 out of 10. I keep going on like this. I can go on and on and on. Every time you have a question, people want to know how much it costs. Like, I was like, wait a second. This is like completely amazing. But by the way, I put that question, so I use another tool which is called TubeBuddy. I highly recommend every single one of you downloading that tool, because it's amazing. So I put, how much are hearing aids? That's the question people are asking. I go on YouTube, I put it up, and here this tool is telling me right here the search volume, the competition, and overall whether it's a good idea for me to do it. You want to stay away from things I would say bad, which means it's very competitive and there are like 25 million videos for it. This is very good. And look at the top 5. That's the results from YouTube. The question is, how much are hearing aids? How many of those videos are answering the question? The answer is almost none. Imagine if you're in a hearing aid business and you do a video that's called how much are hearing aids? What is going to happen to your video? Yeah, like that. I mean, it's that simple. It's just that, I mean, we actually tried it with several clients. We're like, no, there's no freaking way. Yeah, it works. That's what people want to know. So we're using SEMrush. We go use TubeBuddy, make sure it's not too competitive. We put a question and boom, we're the first video. Mind blown? You can share it right now. Antoine Dupont blew my mind. All right, cool. All right, bonus. Video and email. How many of you have a video in your email signature? Raise your hand. Raise it high so I can see it. Yeah, I didn't think so.
This is another type of video you're saying?
Say again?
You said this is another type?
That's another type of video. Every single one of you should have a video in your email signature. And let me give you a little bit of math here. Let's just say that you're sending 10 emails per day. Are we being conservative here? 10 emails a day, right? And probably, yeah. I see your reaction is like, yeah, it's 10 emails per hour, right? And let's say you're doing that 5 times a week, right? That's 10 by 5, multiplied by 50 weeks. I'm giving you 2 weeks off. If you're French like me, it would be 6 weeks off. But you're American, so you only get 2. That's 2,500 emails a year that you're sending. If you have 4 people on your team, that's 10,000 emails that are going with a video. How impactful would you think that is for your business? It's really great. I use a tool that's called WiseStamp. I'm not affiliated with WiseStamp. They have a free version of it, which you don't put the logo to it, and if you're a big spender like me, you can spend $3.99 a month to have your own custom email without the thing. I use this to promote my latest video. When I produce a video, I put it there, so I increase the traffic to my latest video. Or you could use that to have a bio in your video. Imagine if it says, learn more about me, learn more about Antoine, learn more about Stephanie, learn more about Joe. You know, people may say, well, let me click on it, and then now they've engaged with you, right? So that's actually a bonus that every single one of you should engage in. It's very easy to do. With WiseStamp, 10 minutes and you're set up. It's a nice signature where you can add, you know, all the disclaimers and everything, right? All right, the second thing you need to do for video marketing to grow your business is, and I'm going to talk about a myth and a bad habit. A myth and a bad habit. The first one is a myth, and the myth is that your video needs to be 2 minutes. 2 minutes, right? Who has heard that? Like that's it, 2 minutes. There's actually a survey that I saw recently that said that your video should be 2 minutes and 37 seconds. I swear to God, there was an article about that. It was on LinkedIn. I was like, what? So who has seen that video, The Golden Circle with Simon Sinek? About that people don't buy what you do or how you do it, they buy why you do what you do. It's been viewed by 35 million people. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's a great video. That video is 18 minutes and 3 seconds. And the people that watched it watched every second of it. So explain that to me. How does the 2 minute work? And the truth is that if your video is boring, we'll watch 10 seconds of it. And if it's great, we'll watch 30 minutes. Who has watched a 30-minute video here in the room? Everybody. So the rule is don't make sucky videos. Yeah. That's really what it is. If you make a crappy video, they'll watch 2 minutes and 37 seconds of it. If that, actually they'll watch 10 seconds. Right? You have a question or you just raise your hand?
Yeah. Could it be because it's Simon that they would have watched the 18 minutes? I mean,
no, actually the truth is, the truth about the timing of the video is that as long as the video is engaging and you're providing valuable content, people will stay with you. Okay. That's the truth. Okay. This, your video needs to be as long as it needs to be and then as short as you can. What I mean by that is make your video, if it needs to be 10 minutes when you're explaining something, make it 10 minutes. But then look at what's extra, what should I cut out? You know, there may be some stuff in your video that is not great. So the 2 minute is baloney. There's no such rule. My most popular video to date is a 44-minute video. That is my #1 video, by far. 44 minutes, right? The second thing is actually a bad habit. So people say, okay, we're gonna go into video marketing. And they shoot a commercial. They say, well, let's do a commercial. Let's bring 3 people, 5 cameras, they bring stunt doubles, they bring makeup for the ladies, makeup for the guys, like we're gonna go and shoot a commercial. Now, by show of hand here, when you go on YouTube and you look for a video that you wanted to watch, and then there's this little button here, skip this ad, and it goes 5, 4, 3. Who click on skip ad every single time? Raise your hand. Okay, if you record your TV show at home, on your DVR, then it plays. Who skips on every single commercial every single time? Raise your hand. I know where you are. Right, well, on God's green earth would you shoot a commercial? You don't want to see my commercial. I don't want to see your commercial. Don't shoot a commercial. That's not what video marketing is about. It's really not about commercial. Don't shoot a commercial. Don't do that. All right, here's the third thing with video marketing. Content research. Here's this website. Who knows AnswerThePublic.com? Who has heard of it? Awesome. One person. Of course, the video person. AnswerThePublic.com. Please write this website down. This is the best website invention since they invented sliced bread. I swear to God, this thing is absolutely amazing. You go to AnswerThePublic.com and you go right there, you go in that box, you put your keyword, and you click on the button that says Get Questions. It could not be simpler. You put your keyword, you click Get Questions, and you get this. And these are all the questions, all the when, the where, the can, the who, the which, the will, the what, the are, the why, and the how around your keyword. Every single questions. So if you want to know what type of content should I do, you go to AnswerThePublic.com, you put in your keyword, and you will get all the questions. Let me show it to you closer so you can actually see. The keyword that I put there was printing. So it tells me all the how, and one of the questions here is how printing works. That's what people want to know. So if you are a printer and you have a printing business, do you think it might be a good idea to create a video that actually explains how printing works? The answer is yes. That's what people want to know. They ask, you answer. Right? And then you take that question, says how printing works, and I'm doing the exact same thing here, and I go put that question in YouTube and look at how many videos are actually answering the question. The answer again is none. Again, our mind is blown. Please share that. All right, the fourth thing that you need to know about video marketing. The preparation and scripting for your videos. Now, there's multiple methods you can do with your videos, but I'm going to show you one that I believe is really effective to start all your videos. It's called the APP method. And the APP method stands for Agree, Promise, Preview. Right, so when you start your video, I don't know if you've ever been to a video, you start the video and then the person talks and you're like, you don't know where they're going with their content. Like they're starting to talk and they're like blah, blah, blah. And within a minute, you're like, I don't know what this guy or this girl is going with, but this makes no sense. So you actually solve the problem with the APP method. And here is how it works. The agreement is, I am sure you would agree that. Or you could say, a lot of people wonder how printing works. So you actually are prefacing what the question is. You actually are telling them this is what you want to know. But what if I told you, so it's the promise, but what if I told you it's not that complicated? But what if I told you that there is an easy way to understand that? You basically are setting up the video, you're setting up the context of what this video is about. And then the last P is the preview. Tell them what people are going to get with the video. In this video, by the way, you're going to start recognizing the APP method in a lot of the videos. Now that I've told you that. You know already.
I could already think of.
Right, you're already like, oh my God, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're doing the APP method. It's just setting up, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I agree with you. Okay, you're telling me it's not complicated. There's an easy way to find out. And in this video, you're going to tell me the 3 things I need to know. You're like, okay, I'm in. This is how you keep people, interested in your video. This is a great way to start the script. Nobody that does video marketing is actually unscripted. It's not true. Every single one person that does video marketing has a script. I have a script writer that works with me. First of all, I'm not English native, I'm French native, so English writing is not my favorite. And I'm very busy. I travel a lot, I speak all over the place, I run an agency. I don't have time for script writing, so I meet with someone. Their job is to write a script for me per month. But that doesn't mean that I actually read the script on camera. I don't have a teleprompter, but everything that is being said on the video is scripted. Right? There is no like, oh, let me get in front of the camera and off the cuff I come up with stuff. That's vlog. That's you giving your opinion, which is fine, but it's not really what video marketing is about. If you want to create a video, write a script. You can write an outline, you can write bullets, but write a script. This is how video marketing. A lot of people say, well, I don't know. Well, do your research, find the questions that, like if you're a printer, how printing works, how would you explain that? How printing works? It's like, well, there's basically 3 things. Okay, great, then 3 things. What is each thing about? Write it down, and then rehearse it. There's nobody that goes in front of the camera and that just, okay, that's disruptive over there. That's okay, I'll just get over it. We're good. I'm good. All right, cool. Just rehearse your script, right? All right. If you want a copy of a script that I use, it's a free template. You can text me your email at 561-285-2967, and I will send you a copy of that script template. Right, to 561-285-2967, and I'll send you, it has the APP method. It's kind of like a template, but I'll give you at least a basis to write your script for your videos.
Can you just text the name?
Say?
It says text, but do we say like...
Yeah, you text your email. You text me your email. Sometimes people will text me, please send me. Yeah, but it's really hot. Yeah, so tell them to be quiet. Tase them if they don't. I don't know if you will. Does that make sense? So text me your email and I'll send you the script template. You're not entering into a sweepstake, by the way. This is a Google number, so this comes to my inbox and I'll send that to you probably tomorrow on Monday, okay? You're not signing up for anything. All right, the 5th thing about video marketing, framing and lighting. So that's something that we all need to do a better job at. Let's talk about the headspace. This is the typical type of stuff that I see when people are doing video marketing, which is a bad headspace. Like people are not framing themselves properly in the frame, and it looks like, well, basically what it is, and all these people are my friends, by the way, so I'm not throwing them under the bus. I love them to pieces. But this is the type of stuff, I tell them and I says, hey, listen, nobody cares about all this stuff around. What we want to do is we want to see your eyes. We want to see your face. Bring your face there. People connect with your eyes. We don't care what's around. It's actually distracting. Most people, what they do, what I see typically is they do an X on the frame. They do an X and they put their head in the middle, small head. Bring yourself closer to the camera, because this is how you actually keep people engaged with you. We don't connect with anything that's around you here. We connect with your eyes right there. Do you see how much more engaging it is? That's just a small detail. But all of a sudden, I'm in with the person. Now, the second thing is lighting, right? So this is, by the way, the guy on the top is actually demonstrating bad lighting. But the other 2 are actual videos of people using bad lighting, right? Listen, you can buy yourself lighting for yourself for under 50 bucks. When I first started 5 years ago, I remember the first time I saw professional photography lighting, it was like $3,000. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I mean, like I went to Home Depot and bought construction flood lights for $74. You know, I could only do the videos for 5 minutes because after a while I would get a tan. You know, it was so bright. But it was cheap. But nowadays you can buy lighting. You can buy yourself an entire kit for your house for under 200 bucks. And this little ring there, that's probably around $100, right? Just about 100 bucks. So you can buy that, which by the way, I highly recommend you guys taking a look, and it's from from our next presenter, which we'll be talking about that too. This is a great light, by the way. For $100 and you get yourself all the light. And instead of looking like this, it's gonna look like that. See the difference?
Yes.
That's $50, that's $100 worth of light. I'm too cheap for $100 worth of light. $100 of light, I'm too cheap. $100 of light, okay. You got the point, right? All right, the sixth thing you wanna do with video marketing, the equipment that you need. Now, let me talk to you about economy lighting, the starter package. Now, my wife last Christmas told me, can you please buy me stuff that I can do my own video marketing? And she gave me 3 rules. Number 1 rule is I have to be able to do it on my own. The second rule, it's got to be easy. She's not technologically savvy. She just doesn't like complicated things. And the third thing was like, you cannot spend a fortune. I was like, shit. I was looking forward to going to Best Buy and just do some damage. So she just no, I don't want you to spend a fortune. Just go that. This is what I got her. Right? I did a little bit of research, and this is exactly what I got her. So I first told her, I said, you do not need a video camera. You can use your phone. Every single one of you has an amazing video camera right next to you that sleeps next to you within 5 feet of your head 24/7. You know, that is absolutely, every single one of you has everything you need. And then what I got her is I got her 2 microphones, 2 mics. Why 2 mics? Because if she wants to do an interview with someone, now she's got 2 mics. And I got her the Y connector. The Y connector for a whopping $12, and now you have 2 people that can actually talk on camera with a microphone. You should have that microphone in your purse or in your backpack or whatever you have at all times. There is absolutely no reason for you not to have this microphone. And I can tell you the difference in the sound makes a world of difference. Who has heard a video here where it's like, ugh, it just sounds echoey, it doesn't sound good? That problem is solved with a $10 microphone. That's $10. Okay, I got her a tripod. The reason why I got her a tripod is because I got her the iClip. And the reason why I got her an iClip as opposed to the little tripod is I don't have anything against the tripod, but the problem is the camera needs to be at eye level. So if I'm right here, standing, the camera needs to be in front of me. If I have a tripod, where do I put it? I put it on the table. And now the camera is looking at me like, you know, like this. Or if I have a high shelf, they look at me underneath. It needs to be at eye level. So with the tripod for $26 whopping and the iClip, I can have the camera with me at eye level anywhere I am. Which, by the way, I don't even need a shelf. I can do an interview with any one of you. I put the tripod here. We're connected with the microphone, and we're going for, what, $20, $32, $32, $100, right? And then I got her an LED light. That LED light mounts on the tripod, and that entire kit is $148. $148, and you guys are in business with video marketing. Okay? Now, if you want a pro package, if you want to spend a little bit of money, and you want to do some damage on your credit card, this is what you can get. Now this is the Canon 70D, which actually is in the back of the room. This is what I'm videotaping this session here. I bought it at Costco. It comes with a bag with a couple of lenses, and it's an amazing camera. It's $1,500. You can get yourself a really great tripod, which will cost you $300. Actually, there's some tripod that costs upwards of $500, $1,000. You can get yourself an handheld stabilizer if you want to move around the room, keeps the camera leveled. A couple of wireless microphone, a green kit, and the lights, and this entire kit will cost you between $3,000 to $4,000. That if you want to take your game to a whole new level. You don't have to do that. You can actually be super successful with spending a couple of $100. You don't have to spend a fortune with video marketing. All right, if you want the links of the products, this is the same number, right? So if you already sent me your number, you don't have to do it again, but if you want the links of the products that I just showed you, you text me your email to 561-285-2967. I will send you the script and the links of the products all at the same time, okay? The seventh thing with video marketing, editing tips. Now, you know the equipment, you knew how to do the framing, you knew how to do a script, you know how to do the rehearsing. You are going to have to edit your videos now. Here is a couple of things. One of the things that you need to know is that 85% of all the videos on Facebook are watched without sound. right? People are in a meeting room, they're bored to death, they're in a train, or they're laying next to their spouse at night, which is my case often. My wife doesn't want, she doesn't want to hear, like, what are you watching, right? So I'll watch the video without sound, right? So it's really important that you have captions on all your videos. Now, the good news is Facebook and YouTube both does it automatically for you, but if you're going to have a video on both of those channels, you need to have caption. Right, actually what we have seen is that a YouTube video with captions would actually get between 15 to 20% more views than without.
Are you saying like subtitles for everything you're saying?
Yeah, no, it's actually captions.
Captions for everything you're saying.
Captions, it's exactly for what you would say for deaf and deaf people. Yeah, so and actually Facebook and YouTube both have it as part of the tool. You can go, there's a setting, says, do you want to add caption? Now, here's what happens is where you're French-speaking dude like me, that you're butchering half the words you're saying, about 30% of what it listens to is like, I didn't say that. I didn't tell you. I didn't say that word. But that's what it heard. So you have to do a little bit of work and go and change the words. But if you speak proper English, I would say that 85 to 90% of what you said will be 100% accurate. And it's timed with the video. So it plays it. It just listens to what you say and it transcribes it. And then you have to do a little bit of cleanups. I would say maybe an hour and a half worth of work, and your video's got caption. So you need to make sure you do that, okay?
What did you say, the percentage, the increase in percent?
About 15 to 20% on YouTube itself. This was from a gentleman, his name is escaping me. He's one of the big YouTubers. He's got 1 million followers, but he was actually, they did an A and B testing with and without caption, and they noticed that with caption, they were getting a lot more views, and the audience retention was better. So, like that. I would not think that for YouTube, by the way. I was surprised by that. So for us now, we're like, okay, we're adding captions to all the videos. You should have a little intro and a little outro in all your videos. There's this great website called Fiverr. Who knows of Fiverr? Everybody knows of Fiverr. You can buy yourself a little intro or outro for a whopping 25 bucks. I have a full-time video editor in my office, and I asked him, how many hours would it take you to reproduce one of those? And he said, well, probably 4 or 5 hours, maybe 8 hours. And I'm like, okay, forget about it. I'm ordering it. Makes no sense, right? I could buy this thing for 25 bucks. You get yourself a nice little intro with your logo. So you find one that you like, you give them your logo, and then it's actually done. The guy that does mine, I believe, is in Bulgaria. Speaks broken English. Within 24 hours, I say, give me this. Here's my logo. 24 hours later and 25 bucks later, I have an intro or an outro. So it's not cost prohibitive for you to have a little intro. You should have a little bit of music in the background. And there is, if you go to youtube.com/audio library, you can download hundreds of soundtrack that you want to put in the back. Do not, under any circumstances, use music that is copyrighted, such as Bruce Springsteen or Beyonce. You will get shut down. Your video will be removed immediately. So just use that. By the way, all that music on YouTube library, or audio library on YouTube, is free of copyright. So you can use it as much as you want. You go to youtube.com/audio library. Every single soundtrack in there, you can use it, and you just add it to your video. If you're on a Mac, Final Cut Pro. So there are two versions. There is the paid version, which is Final Cut Pro, and the free version is iMovie. I know a lot of people that edit videos on iMovies. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine, but if you want to spend a little bit of money and need a little bit more muscle, Final Cut Pro is really the way to go. I see people using Adobe Premiere too, but Final Cut Pro is what I recommend for a Mac. And if you're on a PC, Camtasia is awesome. Camtasia is really an amazing tool. Both of them have a learning curve. If you're really, really good at PowerPoint, then I think that going to video editing is going to be a natural thing for you. And if PowerPoint is complicated for you, then you probably will have to outsource it. Right? One of the rules that you need to understand with video marketing is 1 minute video equals 1 hour of editing. So a 5-minute video will equal 5 hours of editing. right? So the reason why I'm telling you that is for two reasons. First of all, because I want you to know that you're going to be spending probably a lot more time on the back end editing your video than you do in the front end. If you're shooting an hour video, you're going to be spending a lot of time editing in the back end. And if you don't have the time and you want to outsource that, well, you need to know that, because if you ask someone, hey, I have a 5-minute video for you to edit, how many hours should it take them?
5 hours.
5 hours. If they tell you, well, that's going to take me 20 hours, that means that they want to milk the clock.
Yeah.
And if they tell you that it's going to take me an hour, then what does that mean? Well, they're going to cut corner. Now, is that the truth?
No.
No, it's not, but it's a rule of thumb. And the rule of thumb is like all rule of thumbs. It's a rule of thumb, right? It could be, you know, if they take 8 hours, well, that's within, okay, right? That's within thing. Maybe they're like really pay attention to details and whatnot. But if they're going to tell you that should take me an hour, that should be a red flag. If it's going to take me 20 hours, that's another red flag. Now, by the way, you could literally spend 20 hours on a 5-minute video. You can. What I want you to get is you're spending way too much time. You're spending way too much time on little details that make zero difference, right? So that's a good rule of thumb, okay? And the 8th and final thing about video marketing, fundamentals that you need to know, is how to grow and promote your videos. Now, there are two 800-pound gorilla in the room with video marketing. It's Facebook and YouTube. Period. These are the two monsters that you should be posting all your videos. The YouTube, because YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world after Google. It's primarily a search engine, right? That's really what YouTube is. And Facebook, because it's got 2 billion users, and people in North America are spending 68% of their time on Facebook. That's pretty staggering, right? So in terms of what are we paying attention to is Facebook. It's not to post your video on YouTube and then add a link to your feed. Is upload the video natively to YouTube and upload the video natively to Facebook. She's absolutely right. Facebook that's what they want you to do. Ultimately, what Facebook is in a business of attention. They want to keep you on their platform. They don't want you to go away. The second you go away, that's not a good signal for them. They want you to stay there. They're in a business of attention before anything. So you upload your video there, people will stay there, and this is why you will get a lot of engagement. Which, by the way, that was the video with Framework. It was uploaded natively to Facebook, and this is why it got so much engagement, because people stayed in the platform, and that's why they got all this, okay? Another place that actually we're getting amazing results is LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a limit of 10-minute videos. You just got to remember that with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is getting a tremendous amount of views. Obviously, if it's B2B, that's really interesting, as opposed to if you're a retail store, it might not be appropriate for you, but LinkedIn is a great platform to upload your videos to. I've seen a lot of people using email marketing. Actually is very effective with email marketing. Who's getting too many emails in their inbox right now? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you're not raising your hand, you're not getting too much email. Give me your email. I'll send you more. No, seriously, he's not raising his hand. Everybody send him emails. He's not getting enough. No, but kidding aside, we're all getting way too many emails, right? And how many of you get emails from people you like with content you find interesting and still don't read it? I raise my hand. That's me. I'm like, I have a folder of crap I will read later, and I never do. Right? Because I just don't have the time. I get an email like this, and I'm like, huh, click. It's a video. I have to read it. It's like I can sit there and consume it and everything. So it's a great way to promote your videos, especially if you're doing email marketing for your company. You know, spend your time doing a video marketing and then just embed that screenshot in your email, send it to people, and just all they have to do is to click, and it's the same thing. You're engaging people, right? All right, so what's next? What's next as we're wrapping up this presentation? I have a good news and a bad news. You want the bad news first, right? All right, well, let's all go with the bad news. All right, here's the bad news. You are a media company. You are a media company. By the way, you've been acting like it. You're on your phone, you've been taking pictures, you're posting it on Facebook, you're posting it on Twitter, on Instagram and everything. You're already acting like a video company, like a media company. right? You thought you were in the business of what you were doing. Actually, she is in a media company, so it's true for her. But for all of us, we all are a media company, whether we want it or not. That's really one of the things that we need to understand. Well, I'm going to give you the good news now, okay? The good news is you're a media company. It's actually never been easier. I've been in the United States for 30 years now. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I was 24 years old when I arrived in America. So if you're good at math, you're like, well. But it's honestly, I've been in business for a long time. And if you had told me you came to me 20 years ago, well, actually, no, let me tell you that. If you came to me 12 years ago and you said, Antoine, with this device, you can actually take pictures and videos and upload it on a platform for free to be viewed by people all over the world, I would have told you you were out of your mind. I would have told you you're crazy. And this is today's market. You are a media company. It's never been easier to produce media than it is in 2018. Allow yourself to suck. Perfection. Perfect is the enemy of good. Allow yourself to suck. The chances are is if you do your first video, you're going to suck. This is my first video right there. 5 years ago, it's a Logitech webcam in front of a... I mean, this is awful. But I keep it there because I went for it. Your first 10 videos are going to suck. It just, you've never... Did you go to video marketing school? No, you didn't. You didn't. They're not going to be great. But guess what? You're going to be like me. You're going to have 12 views on it. And just keep learning. Allow yourself to suck. It's really like, there's really no reason for you not to start and just don't try to be perfect. It's not going to happen. The time to get started is now. Because if you don't do that video that you should be doing for your business, the how-to, how much does it cost, this is going to be your view. You're going to be behind everybody. You know, you're not going to have the first mover's advantage. You're going to be basically trying to catch up with people. Like I bet that for everything that what you guys are doing, nobody has done that video. So what are you waiting for? You're waiting for your competition to do it? Do it. So I have 3 stats that are actually staggering. YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world. I've already said that after Google. Facebook is predicting that by 2020, all of the content on their platform will be videos consumed on a mobile phone. All of it. By 2020. We're almost in 2019. That's a little bit over a year from now. And Cisco is predicting that by next year, 80% of all consumer traffic will be videos. 80%. Which means that it's not anything other than that's what we want to consume. That's how we want to consume content. Like if you have the chance on Facebook to consume a video content or written text content, you're gonna go through the video. That's what we want to consume. The things that you will get with video marketing is increased credibility. You will get increased authority. And you're going to get more leads. I am completely dumbfounded at how many leads I get with my videos. It's dumbfounding. And then from videos that are a year old. The time to get started is right now. You're not too late. You're not behind the 8 ball. You know, it's not like, oh my God, like, why am I starting now? I'm behind. There's already YouTubers with 25 million. No, 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 no. From a business standpoint, this is what it looks like. It's wide open. There's not too late. The time to get started now. And quite honestly, if a French guy with an accent can create a video that gets 38,000 and looks like Uncle Fester, then so can you. Thank you. But before you leave, please make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a thing.